Around 1 million Americans are living with multiple sclerosis, a disease that can change and sometimes shorten lives. It is a complicated and chronic illness, and it's been in the spotlight more in recent years because of several celebrities who have been diagnosed and speaking out about it. Actresses Jamie Lynn Sigler, Selma Blair, and Christina Applegate are all living with MS and are huge advocates for further research. There are still a lot of questions, but there's also promising scientific work aimed at diagnosing and treating MS. So researchers at the local Rush University Medical Center are developing software that can provide new insights and better ways to detect progression of MS. So joining me now to help explain it is Dr. Augusto Miravalle, who's a neurologist and the MS chief at Rush. So good morning to you.
Good morning.
First, if somebody has never heard of MS or does not know much about it, what does it look like? What are some sort of symptoms that people would see?
Absolutely. So multiple sclerosis is a disease that affects the brain and the spinal cord. The immune system plays a role, so it's autoimmune. And we know that the early signs of multiple sclerosis could be anywhere from loss of vision or loss of motor strength or weakness or numbness. Affects preferentially younger individuals, usually in the age of 20 and 30s. But we are seeing more of a late onset multiple sclerosis recently as well.
Gotcha. I know that you've been developing this software for about a decade. What does that look like, and how can it potentially help people either before they've been diagnosed or after?
Yeah, this is exciting. So ultimately what it is applying artificial intelligence into an MRI, and now we can actually dive a little bit deeper into what is happening inside the brain and the spinal cord. And we know that multiple sclerosis affects the brain in ways in which there are lesions that occur, and similarly to lesions in the skin or moles, now we can apply this software and look at the size, the shape, the location of lesions, but most importantly also look into how they change over time.
So if somebody has not started showing symptoms, would they still potentially be a candidate? Like, who would you potentially screen before a diagnosis happens?
Yeah, so this software is currently being made available for any patient with multiple sclerosis, but also we would like to start investigating the use of this software into individuals at risk of multiple sclerosis. So those who have a family history of MS, we know that there are some environmental risk factors, like for example childhood obesity, smoking, vitamin D deficiency. So it will be very interesting to apply these individuals at risk and see how we can actually capture the pathology of MS before it causes symptoms.
Real quick, there is hope for people who are living with MS to live fairly normal lives, or even normal lives.
Absolutely. So at Rush we have developed a brain health program for patients with multiple sclerosis, and the intent of that is truly shift the conversations from a disease state to a healthy state, and looking at things like the use of diet, nutrition, and exercise, and highly effective therapies. It is possible to expect a normal quality of life.
We need a little hope this morning, on this Monday morning. Doctor, thank you so much for coming in and explaining this new software that has been in development for about 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.